Hello and welcome to this video. This is a video going over the GRAN auto scoring system. It is the newest auto scoring system in the range and I'm pretty impressed by it. It's pretty good, so stick around and enjoy the video. I'm just going to go through kind of everything that I experienced with it and everything that's going on in the background video as well. So it does come with a template so you can mark out where all of your holes and little pieces and bits want to go. So at the moment I'm marking out the space for these little sensors that go on the back of the board or against the wall, to be honest, and then also these little feet that you put down and screw on, which you can then put the cameras on. So these are the little sensors, or the sticky pads for the little sensors. So you stick these on where you made your marks, and it's really simple. Just peel off the little white bits, and then you can put all the sticky bits on. Also, if you're like me and you're completely blind, maybe get some glasses. Try it with glasses, might be a little bit easier. Some of the text was quite small, so I was kind of like really struggling with this, or small for me anyway. I was just making sure that I hadn't messed it up and listening to some music and having a little sing along as well. So I put the sensors on the wall, and then just made sure that they all lined up nicely and they all look pretty good. And I was pretty happy with all of this, and then they all plug into like a little box that you put on towards the end. But using the sticky pads made life really easy. I could have drilled them to the wall, but the sticky pads were a lot nicer, to be honest. I don't really like drilling into the walls if I can. There are sticky pads that come on the feet, but I just didn't trust them to be strong enough, so I thought I'd just back it up with some screws. They do provide the screws with them, so I thought we will try and put them on with the screws. I did have one of the sticky pads come off, so I think screws is definitely the way forward for the cameras especially. Next is the little processing unit. So I just screwed on the mount for that. It was a really cool little processing unit. It's just very small, very simple. There wasn't a lot to it, but it definitely done the job. It had USBs on the top and then a USB-C on the bottom. So you plugged everything in. You plugged the two cameras and those sensors, you plug those in, and then you plug a USB-C into the bottom to give it power. I connected mine over Wi-Fi. I think you can do it over USB, but I didn't do that on this one. I used it over Wi-Fi, which I'm sure you guys will probably do it over Wi-Fi as well. Because it's just the simplest way. Instead of having to have a cable to your PC, you can just do it like this, and it's super easy. So once that's all connected up, plug in your power cable, and then you should see a little light come on, and then we're all good. Also, they don't supply you with an adapter. So if you don't have a USB-C into the wall, into the power socket, you're going to need to get yourself a little adapter. But the light's coming on and we're all good. So now it's time to put on your favorite surround system, your favorite lighting system. I'm using the Mission Taurus 270. You can use whatever you like. The Mission Taurus 270 does work perfectly fine with this system. The cameras go over the top, which is nice. So yeah, next thing to do was to get the app. Now the app was very simple to find. You just search GRAN darts into the App Store. And it was the top link. Other than the ad, we don't want 125 free spins. We just want the GRAN darts app. So I got that installed, which was super easy, and then we got to work setting everything up. So a lot of plugging in, registering, all that sort of stuff, as I'm sure you can imagine. Just getting things set up, usernames, emails, all that sort of thing. Verifying emails as well. There was a lot of personal information that was being shown on the screen. That's why it's all blurred. But I was having a problem with this bit. So it asks you for an ID, and I was kind of like losing my mind a little bit at one point. But it just turned out that it wasn't because of the ID. It was because it wanted the profile picture. So make sure that when you get around to doing it, make sure you add a profile picture, because otherwise you're going to get a bit confused. It then asks you to scan the phone with the cameras, which was like really quite a cool little concept. I like this concept. And then it will flash green, and then once the cameras are happy, then it's all good, and then you just go into the setup. So it was a case of like rotating the cameras just to make sure that the boards was in focus well, and then after that, it was a case of just getting everything set up completely. So making sure everything was focused, because this camera for some reason was really not focused at all. So you have to just twist it and then set up what dartboard you're using. And then you go through this little phase where you try and work out where you need to put, you have to put little markers on the boards, and then I guess the app just kind of like knows where everything is. So that was pretty simple once I got my head around it. So you put your little marker on where it's asking you to do it on the individual sections of the board, and then it will give you like a map of the board and make sure that it's all right. And when it did that, I just made sure that all the corners and all the markers are all dead on, as perfect as I could do them. And then had a look, and yeah, it all looked good. I was really happy with it. So after that, it was a case of trying it out. So let's give it a throw. Let's see how we go. Okay, so we've got the GRAN board app downloaded, and we've currently got it on 501. So I guess we'll just see how this goes. This is the first time I've used it. First time we've got it set up. So let's see how well it does. First time I've thrown a dart in a little while as well. So apologies for that. Okay. Let's throw a leg with the GRAN eye, see how accurate it is. Overall though, the setup wasn't too bad. There were a few bits that are a little bit complicated, but I think if you just go through the instructions properly, 55, correct, scored 55. If you just go through the instructions properly, you'll probably be fine. Like, it wasn't overly complicated. I can understand why people might find it complicated, especially when it comes to setting it up with the network. But other than that, it was pretty simple, and the instructions were simple, which is nice. But it's got the first 3 darts correct. Let's continue. 60, is it scored 60? It has, okay. 6 from 6, we're doing well. That's a 1. 21 and 33. Do you know what it scored? 33, yeah. Okay, so we're 9 darts in. It's been accurate so far. Obviously, I can't throw 1,000 darts in a video because none of you want to watch that, trust me. But overall, it does seem to be doing a pretty good job. I mean, if I keep scoring 3, then it's going to be pretty good, isn't it? It doesn't have a lot to do when you score 1, 1, 1. But overall, it's decent. I'm quite impressed by it. I do think it's quite a good little system. I think I may play around with this a little bit more often. But it's pretty good. Can't lie. 58, is it correct? It is. Okay, right. 3 more, and then we've done like 18 darts or something, and then we know. 18 for 18 is pretty decent. 45, and I've scored 45. There we go. Sweet. Perfect. But that's the GRAN eye. If you like it, go and have a look at it online. Go and check it out. I am very impressed by it. And if you want to play against me or any of the other Darts Corner boys or girls, then you might see us in the lobby. So yeah, check us out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the Darts Corner YouTube channel, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.